everyone. Thank you all for coming. We're both so lucky to have this many close friends and family in one place to help us celebrate our special day. We love you.
就是按这个就是弄了吗？
Food and drink. Please continue to do so for the rest of the night.
It's recording now.
At this time, a couple people would like to share a few words. Hello, everybody. My name is Louis Chow. This is my wife, Yaminsu, and Nia Chow is my oldest son. We have 3 kids. Nia Chow is the oldest. It is not easy to raise him up. Because he's the oldest one, everything is new for us. So we always feel nervous, anxious in the beginning. But a lot of time we feel accomplished at the end, joy. So today I think we get used to it. So we think I can sit back and relax because I think he is doing really good. Here I want to tell Neil and Heidi, I think both of you make a very good choice. Keep on the good work. Enjoy the life, family, work, kids, if you can. Raise 2 or more kids. That's my next wish. So wish you happy ever after. And thank you for all you coming here tonight. So hopefully you can enjoy the food, ceremony and dance. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, I am Heidi's mom. Tonight is a very special night that we can all come here together to celebrate Heidi and Neil's marriage. I still remember 8 years ago when Neil came to our house holding a dozen of red roses, asking Heidi to go to his senior prom with him. Heidi was very happy. I sensed then that this boy named Neil Chow is very special to her. Over the years, I can see them growing up together. Their individual qualities complement each other really well. I feel that they are very lucky to find each other. So last Thanksgiving, Neil came to our house again to ask Yichen and I for a permission to ask Heidi for a marriage. Of course, we said yes, and we are very, very happy for them. And today, early in the morning, when the sun rises high up on the Berkeley Hills in a beautiful rose garden, accompanied by 4 parents and the two siblings, Heidi and Neil, exchanged their vows. We are very excited to have Neil as our son-in-law, and we are looking forward to have the extended family with the Chow family. Heidi and Neil, Yunbao, Wenjia, wishing you the very best on your life journey together.
Okay, my name is Wang Yichen. Is that? We're very happy to see so many friends and family members here with us. I would like to especially acknowledge to you that both Heidi's grandmas are here with us as well. First, a few words to the Chow family. As we all know that Heidi and Neil have been dating each other for 8 years. 8 years is a long time. Not only they were younger at the time, we were also younger at the time. Like most parents would do, we're very much just sitting on the sideline, watching them. We didn't really talk to each other until not long ago. I don't know about you, Zhao Liang, Suyami, that I feel like once we met, we became instant old friends to each other. Maybe because we have been watching the same game together for years. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your friendship and family. As for Heidi and Neil, of course, I've been thinking about what to say to them today. In the process of doing that, I got a lot of help from other people. Someone said to me, "Hey, you watch some YouTubes." I did. I don't think I can do those fancy things. And someone said to me that, "Why don't you learn something from your cousin who gave such a wonderful talk on his daughter's wedding?" I tried and I realized I don't remember a thing about what he said. I even asked Heidi, I say, "You have two choices. Either I say something cheesy or I say something really, really cheesy." She likes neither. And I figured that I'm a big boy now. I don't need to always listen to my daughter anymore. I'll do it my way. This is actually what I really want to say. First, to Heidi. We are truly blessed to have loving, caring daughter like you. Raising you up is so joyful, so rewarding. We want to thank you. As for Neil, you are such a genuinely nice person. A true gentleman who welcome you wholeheartedly to our family. Okay, with that, we four would like to invite everybody here to join us to have a toast together to Heidi and Neil. Wish them to have happy and wonderful life together and forever. Thank you.
跟着小孩，跟着小孩。 those of you who don't know me, my name is Brian, and I am Neil's younger brother and Heidi's now brother-in-law. If I could have your attention for a few moments, I'd like to say a few words on behalf of the bride. There's a story that Heidi really likes to tell about me and Neil, which takes place way back when. We were both in elementary school. So around this time, I really idolized Neil, and I wanted to be included in his every activity. So if he was collecting basketball cards, I wanted to collect basketball cards. And if he went to a friend's house to play the Yoshi story, I wanted to tag along too. This story in particular centers on something called the Commanders Club, which was the name of a fictional club that Neil had essentially made up. So as per what he told me, I was a proud member of the Commanders Club. But every time I happened to get on Neil's nerves, he would threaten to revoke my membership. To do so, he would find the nearest keyboard in the house and dramatically type in a series of numbers, which he claimed was the club's top secret access code. In reality, he was punching in random numbers on the number pad. Apparently, I would fall to the floor in response, writhing in agony and begging him to stop. These exchanges always ended the same way, with me doing Neil a favor in return for keeping my Commander's Club going. For him, it was an easy way to get his laundry or food brought to him. And for me, it seemed like a good trade because I got to stay in the club. So another one of the reasons this marriage is so special to me is because I've also known Heidi since forever. We met in a Harker summer geometry class when I was an incoming freshman and she an incoming sophomore. For a long time, she acted as my surrogate older sister, listening to my dramatized high school problems and offering her advice. But I still remember very clearly the day. It was a beautiful, crisp spring day. I turned around in pre-calculus class, looked her full in the face, and asked, "Are you dating my brother?" I'd seen them walking and talking around campus a few times, always looking like I enjoyed it. Heidi stared at me for a good 5 seconds, and I could really see the cogs in her brain working. Finally, she just smiled and said, "Oh crap." I wanted to tell these stories because in many ways they help to capture how I feel today. It's the same way I felt when Neil and Heidi first told me and Stacy that they were engaged. It's the same way I felt so many years ago when I first heard and accepted the news that they were dating. It's a strange cocktail of emotion with equal parts anticipation and excitement. And all I can say is that I could not imagine having any other brother, nor could I imagine having any other two sisters. I wish them all the happiness in the world. Cheers.
My name is Annie, and I'm super nervous. Okay, so I printed the speech out, but it now looks like this. So I'm gonna use my phone. I thought it'd be appropriate since we're in Silicon Valley. So let me pull it up. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Annie. Already said that. So when Heidi first approached me about doing the speech, I thought it was just the worst idea because I'm pretty sure out of all her friends, I have the biggest potty mouth, I'm the least sentimental, and I'm probably the Fabian? No, second Fabian. You got that one. But I wanted to warn you all that I kind of like to use some vocab in my writing that I don't often know how to pronounce out loud, so if I get really red or if I stutter, it's because I'm a fob with stage fright and not because I'm drunk. I promise. Plus, you know, when I start drinking a little bit, you'll all know because I'll be glowing in the dark. Okay, so enough about me. Let's get into story time. Okay, once upon a time, on the first day of my first year at Wellesley, this Asian girl with an effortless Californian tan walked into my writing class, and I immediately thought, all right, competition is about to get tough around here. No, I'm totally kidding. I got super intimidated. I mean, this girl was way too cool for me, and I don't even mean that sarcastically. She exuded the kind of confidence, charm, and cheer that I could only muster in my wildest of dreams. I didn't think for a second that we'd even be friends, let alone that I'd be the one standing here tonight. So, I don't even know. It's like so unreal. Okay. But alas, her magnetic personality and our shared last name drew us together. You know, we were the only two in our grade. What are the chances? But you know how most people lose their mystique after you get to know them? With Heidi, I feel like it was totally the opposite. I mean, the more I got to know her, the more unreal she started seeming. So for one, she eats like a rabbit, but runs like the wind. She owns being a hardcore CS nerd, but she also knows how to bust sexy moves in dance crew. She's got organization and time management down to a science, but she still finds time somehow to dork out and play Settlers online with me. She founded a successful org to introduce young girls to young girls to computer science. You know, but in her spare time, she definitely knows how to put her liver of steel to good use. Even if it is for slightly less noble causes. She graduated with honors from Wellesley, just got a master's from Stanford with even higher honors, and is now managing projects at the world's best professional networking site. But somehow, she still manages to retain an annoying amount of humility about all of her crazy skills and accomplishments. But all that aside, the single aspect of her life that I admire and covet above all else is her unwavering relationship with Neil. I and all our friends at Wellesley look to Heidi and Neil as the epitome of coupledom. How many people in the world can say that they're marrying their first love? I mean, these two genuinely thought the other was cute, like hot stuff, through puberty. A growth spurt, center parts, and bleached gelled bangs. The last one's not Heidi, everyone. When I finally started dating at the ripe old age of 20, Neildy had already been an item for 5 years. I quickly realized that Heidi was a precious resource, kind of an all-knowing guru who had experienced and emerged triumphant over all relationship woes. She was like my personal 17 magazine advice columnist, except better advice, I think. To this day, after 8 years of such trials and tribulations, like high school drama and cross-country distances, that these two continue to love each other with the passion of teenagers and cherish each other as if they're still living on separate coasts, leaves me in complete wonderment. I'm always trying, and maybe you all can help me with like a show of hands or like, I don't know, shout it out, but I'm always trying to extract the secret behind their bond. Asking questions like, who wears the pants? Oh my God. I mean, today it's Neil, but I think usually in the proverbial sense, I think it's hard to say. You boys over there. Who flies their nerd flag higher? That one's a tie, I think. Who gives and who takes? See, these are all super, super tough. I think it really depends on if you're talking about things like wine or football. But, you know, these two have been together for so long, they convince themselves that they both like these things individually. But I really think Heidi and Neil are truly equally matched in all regards. And I suppose this is what makes them the perfect pair of life partners. So once in a while, right before I share a particularly juicy secret, Heidi will remind me that she and Neil are a package deal. That anything I tell her will, without fail, make it to his ears. From my embarrassing Neopets username, to my past as a pageant princess, Neil, you know way too much about me to back out of this now. Everyone seated here today can say the same, which means we all have a vested interest in seeing that you two stay together, like, until the end of time. So, I mean, lucky for us, your happily ever after fairy tale ending is something that we'll never have to worry about. Let's all raise glasses to the sweetest deal made between two of the best people. I want to, show my fog. So, 祝你们幸福美满，天长地久。Cheers.
A few minutes to give a toast to Neil and Heidi, two of my best friends in this world. My name is Gabe Chan. I'm Neil's longtime good friend and best man. I've known Neil for 10 years now, and from that time we've gone from fraternity brothers to roommates, from drinking partners to builders of civilizations, from workout buddies to travel companions, from co-binge eaters to softball teammates.
Softball!
And we'll start at the beginning. Neil and I met each other when I was a sophomore and he was a freshman. And we immediately became best friends. We bonded over things like video games, keeping up with current events, and generally not stressing out anything in life. You know, like the Northern California lifestyle. You guys know what I mean. Towards the end of like a full year of hanging out, I started getting really busy with classes, and I got a girlfriend. Actually, that had a lot to do with Neil because he asked out my now fiance Steph to one of our formals, and I kind of tagged along. That's how I met my girlfriend when Neil was away from Heidi for a second. So after that first year, I started getting really, really busy, and I was hanging around a lot less. And I was doing schoolwork, and I would hang out, but I'd go right away. And Neil started asking me, "What happened to Cool Gabe?" And this became a thing he said a lot. And every time he said, "What happened to Cool Gabe?" I always felt really guilty, and I would hang around longer. I would do things I regretted the next morning. And generally those are some of the best times of my life, but Neil always gave me a hard time about not hanging out. So in those first couple years of our friendship, I always kind of felt like Neil was a little bit embarrassed about Heidi. He told me that he had a girlfriend named Heidi, and I thought, alright, you're just a freshman, it's okay to date a girl who's still in high school from Germany, whatever. I would look over his computer screen, and he'd always be AIM chatting with Heidi, or like going to the back stairwell to call her. I remember for Christmas he got a PSP, and we're like, that's so awesome. I don't have a girlfriend doing that for me, but cool. So, I could tell that they were really into each other. But Neil never really talked about Heidi that much in those first couple years. It was definitely not that cool to be dating a high schooler in college. And Neil couldn't go around calling me out for not being Cool Gabe. Well, for not being cool gay while he was beholden to a high schooler. So, you know, we didn't hear too much about Heidi. Okay, so fast forward a couple years. Heidi's moved out to Wellesley. She started college out there, only a short bus ride away from where we all were. So we started seeing Heidi a lot more. Neil would bring Heidi over to the house a lot, and she instantly became everyone's favorite girlfriend, which put Neil in the position of joining the elusive group of brothers who had girlfriends more like than them. So we got to know Heidi, and what became obvious to all of us was that Heidi was a compliment to Neil in so many ways. Without Heidi, Neil would spend all day like sprawled out on a beanbag watching TV or playing video games, but when Heidi was around, he got off his butt. Neil was a procrastinator, but he started doing his assignments on time so that he could make the last Wellesley bus. And so like Heidi was a really good compliment to Neil, but also she was his partner, and that became really obvious. They shared a passion for food, like unlike any other couple, and that was also sort of the basis for me and Neil's relationship. So when Heidi went gluten-free, that devastated Neil. I think he got over it. They both love making other people happy. Look at everyone's faces here. And they work so harmoniously with each other. They have a mindset for how they fill their activities. They're always down for everything. But I just can't imagine how they've ever had a fight. Just look at them. They are so happy. Okay, so after Neil graduated MIT, Heidi still had a couple more years to go at Wellesley. Me and a bunch of our friends were also sticking around Boston, so I really got to know them a lot better. We did a lot of things as couples, so I got to know Heidi a lot better too. We went kayaking in the ocean. We went to our favorite bar, Mead Hall. We followed that up with board games with Kim Kardashian. We went to Chinatown and had XLBs. We sang horrible karaoke at Do Re Mi to Taylor Swift. And I have the video on my phone if you guys want to see that. And Neil and I really became best friends. That's when we started talking every day. We would complain about everything in our lives. We talked about all the good stuff. And that was really, when we really started to bond. But like all good things, it didn't last forever. Heidi moved out here to start grad school, abandoning Neil in Boston. And that's when I really realized just how intertwined their lives had become. Because Neil reverted to all his old habits. He went to living off of Top Ramen and playing video games all weekend. And this could only go on for so long. Neil couldn't handle anymore, moved out here, and they've been living out here in beautiful California without me for anyway, so whenever I'm back here, I love spending time with them. I try to fill it up as much as possible with activities with these guys. And, we never disagree anymore about what to do, what activities would be fun. And Neil has stopped giving me a hard time about not being cool gay. And so I started to wonder, did Neil's definition of cool change and cool Gabe is just always here? Or is the real question, what happened to cool Neil? I don't know, I can really punch one more. So when Neil proposed to Heidi a little under a year ago, it was just so obvious to me that Neil would want to spend the rest of his life with a woman who's made him better and who just shares the same outlook on life. They're always up to get down, to do anything. And it's not just because they're accommodating or something, it's because they really absolutely enjoy everything that they're thrown into. As long as it's novel or has some element of nostalgia, they are always down to do anything. When we decided to go on a trip to Mexico together with Lawrence and Yunji, we came up with like a big list of activities to do. And they were excited for everything. And it wasn't just because we chose good stuff. Some of the stuff we chose was kind of, a cooking class or seeing some sites that we didn't know anything about. But they were just so excited about everything. And I think that really exemplifies their outlook at life. And they really share that just enthusiasm for getting out there and seeing new things. They don't obsess over anything. They don't hesitate when they make decisions because they're not sure if they're making the best decision. They just jump right in. And I think that that's what really makes them a special couple, is that they are just so excited about everything. And so now watching Neil and Heidi over there, husband and wife, I know they're going to be taking that outlook on life with them as they continue on their